Hey, it's Yash. I've been getting more questions on having sex, and is it the same when you lose your semen during sex as it is when you're masturbating or doing PMO, for example? I think most of you intuitively know it's not the same. It's like if we're for example watching like some like heavy fetish porn, right? And we're masturbating, but we're edging, we don't release. And we do that for hours, okay? And then finally release. This is the worst. This will kill your nervous system quicker than anything. It can take years, but you'll find out at the end, like, whoa, I did some damage. And then let's say another level, you're watching more softer erotic stuff and masturbating. That's also not good, but it's better than the previous example. And then let's say the next, you just look at a white wall and do and masturbate and orgasm. That's better than of the three so far. And then you're having sex with your girlfriend. You're having sex with the girlfriend or your partner. There's some affection for each other. You lose your semen. That's the best scenario so far. But if you're doing that every day, even if it's with a partner, if you're losing your semen every day, that's not going to be as good as maybe if you lose it a couple times a week or something. You don't have to lose it every day. Like, you just don't. You can have enough control over that. Highest level. And I don't know, like, do people not know I have a playlist? Like, do you not know about playlists on YouTube? Because I have a playlist that is geared toward this. Like, I call it tantra, like sex and tantra and preserving your semen during sex. So I made videos about this subject and I put it in there. But I wanted to make another video because, like I said, I've been getting more questions about it. And generally, when I get consecutively like the same question, then something feels like, okay, let's make a video. And each video I make on this, it gets more specific and a little more deep, and so it's good. And I like making them. I wrote some things because I don't want to miss stuff again. But highest sex is when you're having sex with your partner. You don't lose your energy. You're keeping your energy, but at the same time, you're absorbing her energy. Isn't this the best deal? And then you walk away from that, you're like full on. You're like energized, you know? You got like double energy. You get this female, you're absorbing the female hormones, which balance you because you don't have those. And it actually makes you more of a man. Did you know that there's people in prison? My teacher I had in India told them this once. He was in prison too. He was in Iran and he was teaching yoga. And they'll lock you up for that, you know. So they locked him up. And these guys in there were having sex with other guys, and somehow they were talking with my teacher about it, and he says, "Do you realize you're having sex with these guys? You're the penetrator. Do you realize later that you're going to be the one, somebody's going to be penetrating you? Like, do you realize that's going to happen?" The guy's like, "No, man, what are you talking about?" And he explained to them about hormones. And when you absorb male hormones, it's like some opposite mathematics here. When you're absorbing your own hormones via having sex with a guy, it makes you actually more feminine. It makes you more gay in the long run, and so you're going to be acting that out later. Whereas if you absorb the female hormones, it actually makes you more masculine. So I just thought that was an interesting thing. It makes total sense inside, you know, that thing. When you don't, you see, we got to take the orgasm out of the picture. If you just remove that when you're having sex, both man and woman, you see, it's got to be kind of both to do the highest. And I want to talk about the highest. When you remove the orgasm out of the picture, what's left? And some people say, yeah, that's the point. Like, what's left? And I'm going to tell you what's left. See, the orgasm's it's like an ultimate drug. It's so intoxicating that if you're thinking about it, that's all you're going to think about. You're going to be thinking about, like, she's going to be thinking about it, you're going to be thinking about it, like, oh, it's going to happen soon. Like, okay, I got to let her do hers first, and then I'm going to get mine. And then she's thinking, oh, I wonder how powerful this is going to be. Maybe I can have multiple. So your whole mind's on the orgasm. You're missing, if you remove that out of the picture, all that's left then is circulating this energy between you guys. This is what's healing. And you can do that. If you don't get excited and think about the orgasm, you can do that as long as you want. You can do it for hours. You go slow, you do it right, and you're cooperating with each other. If she gets close, you chill. If you get close, she chills, and you work together like that. And then that energy that you're exchanging between each other, first you got to get used to that. See, this stuff takes time. You don't just do it in one shot, one session. But once you get used to this flow of energy between you, then you can you can consciously start directing the energy. Maybe you have some elements in your body, some problems in the kidneys or in your back, and you want to, once you're aware of this energy flowing, you can start directing that energy to these it's raining, to these areas. This is how sex can be used as medicine. Or if you want to use it as a meditation, you're feeling this, you meditate on the energy. You meditate on this flow of energy, this circulation, meaning you keep your attention. You feel this nice flow of life force. You just keep your attention, you just marinate your attention on that, both of you. You're just keeping, that's a meditation. Instead of watching your breath, you're watching the flow of life force. See, this is the real purpose of sex. If you're not having a kid and you still want to have sex, this would be the next purpose, the highest purpose. Oh yeah. So you see, when you talk about tantra, the average person or class that's talking about tantra, it's all about, oh, how many orgasms can I make the girl have? It's all about that. Oh, I know these special techniques. I can make her have 100 orgasms. Like this is where tantra has regressed to, as far as the public goes, because that's where all the money's at. Like who's gonna make money? Who wants to do what I'm sharing? Is that gonna appealing? See, I don't care if it's appealing because I'm not about trying to appeal to a person's lower mind. I'm about appealing to your depth. And if something in you, if you're at a certain point when I'm speaking, when I'm sharing these things, it's gonna resonate, and you're gonna be like, that makes sense. So it's for you. This is for you. So the problem is when the girl has, like, again, obviously, if the point and focus is on the orgasm, you're going to miss all the subtle stuff that I just explained. That's one negative. But you know what a more negative thing is? And you know what's funny is, in the past I would have these partners, and they think I'm the one that I don't know what I'm doing. So you don't know what you're doing. And it's because we're two different worlds trying to connect, Like she's on very superficial, gross level, orgasm, and I'm like more refined. I'm like, can we go beyond that? Because she would want this extra stimulation, and I'm like, that's not about the orgasm though. And so you can imagine, we were really, we weren't on the same page. That's an understatement. The other thing is, if a girl's orgasming over and over and over and over again, you know what's going to happen? It's similar almost to the guy who's doing PMO all the time. She's going to get so desensitized down there that it's going to take, she's going to need a machine to get her off. But she's going to be so desensitized. You've lost, our natural healthy state, we should just be able to just the touch should stimulate the life force. But most people are so dead, sensitive-wise, this doesn't do anything. They're like, what are you doing? Are you stupid? And I'm like, no, are you desensitized? So that's the drawback for if we're just thinking about giving the girl orgasms, and if that's the girl's goal, if she just wants multiple orgasms, I want more, I want deeper, I want it deep, you become an addict. Like this is how people, because sexual instinct, man, is sex and food. It's like everybody's almost addicted to that on some level. All right. You mind? Yeah. So lastly, you see, people want this stuff fast. We live in a society where we're conditioned our mind, we want things right now. Give me a pill. Like they'll be like, okay, that sounds good, everything you're saying, something, that resonates, but I don't want to put the work in. Because it's work. It's not only work, it's a nice work, but you got to find the right partner. You can't just put an ad in for this. You got to let the universe send you somebody that knows how to do this and that can reciprocate this frequency that I'm speaking about. You got to let go to let that happen. You see, if the mind's wanting it, I want it, you're not going to get it. I told the girl once, she kept wanting money from me. We were in a relationship. And what's funny? I met a girl after. This is a good point of universal law. I'm going to finish what I was saying about wanting things quick, but when things come like this, I have to share because there's, as some of you guys leave in the comment, those are the pearls, right? That's how I feel. That's why I'm sharing it. What was I going to share? Talking about it, I forget. Okay, this is it. I was in a relationship with a girl. She had a couple kids, and she didn't have a lot of money, right? She wasn't poor though, not by any means. And I got her a really good job making good money. Isn't that better? Instead of giving somebody money, isn't it better to get them a job where they're making their own money? But she wanted money on top of that. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you what happened. So I just never felt to give her money, really. I just didn't feel it. Energetically, she was wanting it too bad. It felt like she was using me. I'm like, why are you with me? You just want a meal ticket? Just admit it. And then, so we finished. And then I met this other girl. This girl was rich. She has a house here, a house in America. She has money. And that's why we got along really good, because the love between us was, it wasn't conditional. It was unconditional. She didn't need my money. I don't need her money. She didn't really need me for nothing. I didn't need her for anything. So it was like back in the childhood days where you're connecting because you enjoy each other's energy. You're just connecting like that. When you're little kids, somebody ask you like, you're playing out in the snow and you're 5 years old and somebody says, why are you playing with her? Or ask her, why are you playing with him? I say, I don't know. We're just playing. We're playing because we're playing. Like, what are you talking about? Asking me stupid questions, So I would give this rich girl, I would buy her more gifts than I would be buying, and she's not even my girlfriend. I'm not really into labels and stuff. It's like we get along, good. That's it. You don't have to label it. Don't have to make a contract, sign here, you're mine. So I would buy her stuff more than, because I used to reflect on that. I'm like, that's fun. And I told her too. I'm like, I'm buying you more stuff than I bought this girl that I was supposedly with. And it was because of that, because of this, this girl wasn't expecting it, and she would appreciate it. If you're expecting and wanting something, and then the person does it for you, you'll say thank you, but it's not a pure thank you. It's like, well, yeah, you should have done this. I deserve this. It's that feeling. I don't want to do anything for people like that. Doesn't feel right. And but this girl, the rich girl, she was actually appreciated. I could feel energetically. Okay, so I just want to finish up what I was going to say. People want things quick. Give me a pill. Give me a technique. Show me right now. I'll pay you. It's all money, If I give you $1,000, can you show me how to do this tantra and hook me up with the girl that'll do it? No, it doesn't work like that. We have to let the universe send us the girl. See, if this is our destiny to experience this, if it's not coming from our mind, if it's our true destiny because it would be helpful somehow for the main purpose in life, which is the consciousness realizing its own self, if it somehow would work through and burn certain sexual karmic desires and tendencies by doing this pure tantra, you can say, then the universe, we don't have to worry about it. The universe is going to give it to us. In India, they still have, you just can't find them. They'd have these churches where they're called Devdasis. And the women, they're Brahmin women, pristine women, very pure. And then a master would send maybe his disciple there, a guy who has too much sexual karma and desires, so that then he could work that off with this girl. And they would be doing what I'm sharing about what real tantra is. It wouldn't be about yeah. So it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother way of thinking. It's a whole nother world. Which is why there's no money in it, So anyway, let me know how this. I can only share about these things because it's real. It's true. I have energy when I'm sharing about what's true. When if I start talking collective nonsense, then I can't do it. I can't even. It's just I don't even need to say that because it's obvious. All right, leave me any questions you have. I'll answer. Thanks.